we talk about spirituality here, and this, there's no coincidence. First, I gotta thank Isabel for this. Is a beautiful altar, right? There's the 12 candles from 12 steps coming up, and just keeping it very spiritual, very open, which is really wonderful. I love the idea of the 12-step program, because here we have an actual physical disease written in the, it has a prognosis, it has, steps, it has different stages to the disease. It is in the medical journals as a disease, and not yet. I know the chemical companies are still trying to do their best and doing some kind of pill out there, but this is a actual illness that has used spirituality as its remedy. Isn't that amazing? And for us who are spiritual seekers, that's such profound proof that what we're talking about when it comes to spirituality is so much bigger and more important and more valuable and tangible than we tend to realize or allow ourselves to benefit from. So there are 12 steps, and a lot of the steps are about, clearing, first letting go, and letting go, as we said in our song, let go, let God, surrender to this higher power, to decide for ourselves what that higher power is. A lot of what we do at Gathering of Light. In fact, we do also too, it tells you to go through your past, find out what's in there, find out any resentments, unforgiveness, things about yourself, learn about yourself, get honest with yourself. We talk about this book, Pocket Full of Miracles, here at Gathering of Light. It's a daily reflection book, little things, but Joan Boroshenkoff, this psychologist, talks about, and start out in the beginning of the book, where she asks you to write about your life and to write about these things, to clean house, as the 12-step program says. So a lot of it works hand in hand with what we do here at Gathering of Light. And so due to our members' request, we do it twice a year. And so this year, I thought I would talk a little bit more about step 11. So step 11 reads, sought through, and we have it in our words of wisdom, sought through prayer and meditation to improve our conscious contact with God as we understand him. Right? Praying only for knowledge of his will for us and the power to carry that out. So I thought that's something worth talking about for any spiritual seeker. Wouldn't you agree? Right? So let's look at the first word, sought. The sought is seeking. Sought is actually participating. And it says through prayer and meditation. Which one of these does not have prayer or meditation in it? All of them, right? All the ancient knowledge says prayer, meditation. There is a way. We have a path laid out for you. We give you prayers. All the great masters and teachers and prophets, they gave us prayers. They gave us words to help us. But words is only about have the conversation. Have a conversation. See how that conversation works with the higher power in your life, with something other than yourself, moving out of your own self. And meditation is get quiet enough to listen. To listen. Because, as Rumi says, the breeze at dawn has secrets to tell you. The breeze at dawn has secrets to tell us. But if we're too busy talking, if we're too busy filling our minds up with something, we cannot listen. We cannot hear what the breeze is trying to say to us, what our higher power is trying to help us with in our lives. It's a wonderful step for people. I mean, it starts out with alcoholics, we got drug addicts, but we also now, the 12-step programs have now reached out to, give me an addiction, and then there's a 12-step program for it, right? It went through codependents or family members who are all constantly trying to fix and change and make things right for the people in their family to control the outcome of what they want to do, how they think and how they behave. Very, very dangerous illness in people's lives. Many people don't see it, yet it takes them down. We have people that are addicted now to video games or gambling and gaming or stuck on the computer. It started out with TV, right? You can't do anything unless the TV's on and you're functioning from the TV. What? That was the sought through not prayer and meditation, sought through something else to shut me down, to get quiet in my head, to get me not focused outside so that I don't have to feel, that I don't what? Become conscious and have a connection. This is the greatest damage we can do to ourselves in our lives, is to cut off that connection. That conscious contact is our aliveness. It is the reason for us to be here, to be in communion with all that is, to really be able to live and experience our life. And if we have this conscious contact with this God, this higher power, this universe of ours, the bigger our life becomes, the more amazing our life is. And when we can have a conscious contact, then we can shut off all the other busyness, the stuff that anybody who, whatever addiction you might have, wanted to utilize it to shut it off from, can now tune in, turn on, gain strength from this higher power, consciously connected and at one. How's that sound?
Fabulous.
Yeah, right? Sounds good. It sounds like what everybody's been reaching and grasping for. And this is saying, yes. Here's the catch. Praying for knowledge of His will for us. Not what I want. Not for them to do what I want them to do. Not for things to be the way I want them to be. His will for us. Through all my readings, through all the different workshops and teachers and study and everything, what I've always come back to time and time again, what all of the masters wanted for us, is that sense of knowing that what the song said, remind us who we are. That we are children of the divine. That we are grace made manifest. And we are asked to allow this grace to come through us and to be present in all the silly stuff, all the hard stuff, all the beautiful stuff, any stuff, the everydayness, and to bring that grace into it. Knowledge for His will for us. To be a beautiful, shining example of the love of the divine in action, here and now. And then you know what it says? It says, then the power to carry that out. Meaning that we don't have to figure out, what do I do? What do I say? One of my favorite prayers of all time is from A Course in Miracles. I am here only to be truly helpful. I'm here to represent Him who sent me. I do not have to worry about what to say or what to do, for He who sent me will direct me. And I will be content to go wherever He wishes, knowing He goes there with me. And I will be healed in that. And because I am healed, I will become a demonstration of healing. And that's how we heal others. We sit and we're present and we allow. It is a step that we are asked to do every single day. Because one of the things, and Cammie brought this out. Hi, Cammie, I love you. And she said she put it together and she wanted me to read it. As we learned last week with Bob's, I'm not good at reading other people's talk, so I just do what I can. But one of the words that she made sure, she says, in putting anything down in the words of wisdom, she wanted me to repeat this line, so that I will do. What we really have is a daily reprieve contingent on the maintenance of our spiritual condition. Take this home, underline it, remind yourself often, and that works for any faith tradition. It works. You need to build the bank. Yes, there are some days when you have to draw from the bank of the work that you've done in the past, but it is a daily work. And one thing they say in the program too is work it. Work it, because it works. But you need to do it. Yes, you are a spiritual being, but you also are a human being who is at the risk of everything that could happen in our lives. And you will have life on life's terms happening to us. But we can walk with grace and dignity through anything and everything in our lives if we continue to have this daily spiritual reprieve. If we continue to do the work. If we make sure that that connection is conscious, that we are aware of it, that we put the effort into it, because that tells the universe, I value it. I value my spirituality. I value it and I take it seriously, and it comes before all else. And there is nothing we can't walk through with that knowledge and that understanding. So it is. So it is.